Howdy folks, it's Earl here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are in the middle of the Mediterranean coast bush trip, and for this video we're going to do the final two legs, legs 7 and 8. You've had plenty of introduction in the previous legs in previous videos, so let's just get flying. Alright, penultimate leg. Whoa, okay, what? My VFR map just came up for no reason. Alright, penultimate leg. Here we go, let's zoom out a little bit because we don't need to be zoomed in as much. And repair and refuel and hop over here. And oh my gosh, why are frame rates so what the heck? Is it doing that frame rate bug where it's low when you're on the ground and the very second your wheels leave the ground, everything is fine? I bet it is. We don't talk about that too much in the bush trips, but it does come up a lot in regular free flight. Let's just get the autopilot going right now. Well, 3200 was fine for the last leg, so let's start at 3200, and if we have to climb we will. I didn't preview where we're going yet, but we'll start with that. 600 feet per minute seems to work too. Okie dokie, so let's see. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Penultimate leg. Ugh. Yeah, I guarantee you the second our wheels leave the ground, perfect frames back in the 60s or 70s or whatever. I guarantee it. In the meantime, we're just enjoying the scenery because it's worth it. This entire bush trip, 10 out of 10 scenery. I'll look at the resort high rises. Oh, how cool is that? We can watch airplanes come in over the ocean. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? Not to mention watching sunrises every morning. Oh, hot tub on the balcony. Watching the sunrise. Oh my gosh. How delightful would that be? Alrighty, we also need to do flaps. I just realized because it used to start flaps down, but it doesn't anymore. Man, these frame rates are intolerable. Fortunately, this should be perfectly fine once you leave the ground. Alright, here we go. Should be a quick leg. Alicante. From Alicante, Elche, Miguel Hernández Airport. Fly to the northeast to the port city of Alicante, which lies on the Mediterranean Sea's base of Alicante. Alright, 38 degrees for 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I mean. So we will stick together for that one. Did I say 38? Yeah, my fibromyalgia brain, my short-term memory is like seconds. It's terrible. It's a real thing. I know people say you're getting older, but I'm not that old. It's fibromyalgia brain. Okay, that's all we got to say. Yeah, this isn't our first leg of the bush trip, so I don't have to say anything else. So we're just going to fly, we're going to turn around, and then we'll engage autopilot. We use autopilot so that I can look out the window. Not because a crutch, it just makes it easier to do sightseeing if I have autopilot on, said heading bug. Okie dokie, that's it. That seems too easy. Brakes a couple times because it gets screwed up, and brakes are on. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to leave the ground and our frame rates will get super high. I promise you. It's a problem with not all of, but with most of these handcrafted detailed airports, which I assume this is, because it's a bush trip at a big airport. You get a problem where you get bad frame rates until your wheels leave the ground, like that. There we go, brakes to stop the wheels. See, frames are perfect now. See that? See that? Perfect. All I had to do was leave the ground. Isn't that ridiculous? Flaps coming in. Hard to fly straight because I was looking around, but I wanted to get a view of the airport. Thank you, Tower, for letting us use your gigantic airport in our little Cessna. Alright, we're going to turn around to the right, because why not? Oh, I'm sure the traffic pattern here is to the left, but I'm going to the right anyway, and we'll get autopilot in a second. I just want to hand fly out of here, because you don't get to hand fly very much, because of video making is difficult to hand fly. Alright, we kind of have a steep climb, but I'm okay with that, because we do have terrain rising in front of us. A lot of yellow cars. Alrighty, yes, autopilot, co-pilot, I know. You have things to say. Alright, here is our heading. Oh, we blew by it a little bit. And there is the airport. Cool. Alright, let's engage autopilot. It'll be a pretty smooth handoff. There we go. Alright, so flaps are in, gears fixed. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. We're just heading this way for a minute or two so we can start the timer. And what are we looking for again? We're looking for city. There's a city 2 minutes away. Okay, let's hop outside then and have a peek. And there you go, that's a good screenshot. And there's our airport. And then our next airport is going to be kind of sketchy. Because on the preview, when you are on the bush trip menu, you get to see the airport where you're going to land. Alrighty, I would have sworn that was the city back here, but it said it was 2 minutes away here. So we'll give it a little bit yet, or maybe it's that. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying that highway with the huge roundabouts, the way they should be. Go-kart track. Just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, okay, there is a city up here. It was hard to see in the sun. Alrighty, cool. So as we get closer to this city, what else do you need to do? Where else are we going? Nowhere. So just give me a second and let's look at this city. Let's actually hop outside to look at it. And there we go. We're getting closer to the city as it picks up in density. And if you look off the wing to the right here, you can see it get even more dense. And then stuff over there. Cool. Alrighty. Looks like they're building that road, but I think it's just the way the sim is rendering it. Oh, how cool is this? Oh, look at all the buildings and the, what am I trying to say? And the, pools. And that round courtyard park thing. Oh, my word. Look at that. Wow. I know it's not a sightseeing simulator, but this is the closest I'm going to get to being to any of these places. So, it's my travel to these. Not only is it a flight sim for me, but this is how I travel. My wife has traveled the world. She still does with her mom and her sister. Every year they go on an exotic trip. I stay back with the children. And don't leave my own city. Lately I don't even leave my own suburb. So I use the flight sim to travel. Look at that. Everyone has a pool. Everyone. Every courtyard, every apartment, whatever they call them in Spain. Alrighty. We might have to climb. Or do we get to turn? No, we're staying at this heading. So let's climb and then we'll read about what we're doing. Let's climb. 5,200. I don't really want to go that high, but we need to. And we need to be a little more haste here. There we go. Okay. What is next? We definitely overstayed our welcome here. Oh no, we didn't. We're good. Alrighty, let's reset the timer and we're gonna go to 42 degrees. Same thing. 42 degrees. No, we're going to 42 degrees now. Up to 42. Big difference. Wait, how come it's not following heading? Did I miss the heading thing? Or did I bump? Either I missed heading and I didn't notice it, or I bumped something on my keyboard. Oh well. So actually, because we weren't doing 38 that entire time, we're probably supposed to be over to the right more and then back to 42. No, is it going to do the thing where it actually doesn't follow the heading bug now? Because there was a bug a long time ago where it was 10% off. And then they fixed it a long time ago, and it was fine earlier. I might have to kill autopilot. Once we get to cruise, I'll kill autopilot and reset everything. In the meantime, let's just climb in case we do go over these mountains. 42, 40, yeah, 20, yeah. We might have to crest those things. Alrighty, let's see. We're getting behind schedule here. Alright, El Campello. To the coastal city of El Campello just lies a short flight to the northeast of Alicante. Alicante. I'm making up words now. So we're probably already there. Because I was so busy gushing over the scenery back here that this is probably it. Or maybe not. Maybe it's... Let's see, where are we? It could be here. Or it could be up here, to be honest. So I don't know. There's one of these cities. I could Google map it, but that kind of ruins the fun a little bit. So I like to Google map things as I'm editing and then see how wrong I was. Or how right I was, which is rare that I'm right. No, I'll give myself credit. I'm actually right most of the time, but it just sounds arrogant to say that. But anyway, I'm guessing it's this here. Because there's a break in urbanization, in urbanness, and now it's this again, so I'm pretty sure this is it. So we're going to say that's El Campello. Hopefully it is. Let's hop inside and see what's happening with our altitude and our speed. Speed is okay. Active speed is great. Altitude is going to be okay. No, it isn't. How many more minutes do we go before we turn? We go another 4.5 minutes before we turn, and then we go right over the mountains. Yeah, increasing high over mountains. Okay, so we're gonna keep going up. What are we at right now? Yep, let's go another 1,000 feet. There we go. We'll do 500 feet per minute. Let's do 6,800. That feels better. Okay, let's reset the timer. Got to be careful when we have terrain. That's what's going on here. Yep, we're getting higher. It doesn't look as wonderful, the sightseeing when we're up this high, but we got to prepare to cross the mountains, because if you remember leg 1 or 2, which I recorded like a week ago, so I don't quite remember, but leg 1 or 2, we had a corkscrew for like half an hour to get over the mountains. Don't want to do that again. Alrighty, so next, after El Campello, is Embalse de Amadorio. Embalse de Amadorio. Continue flying to the northeast, heading inland a bit to Embalse del Amadorio, a reservoir just a few miles inland of the Mediterranean. 42 to, okay, that's right, we gotta backtrack now. I forgot that we were to the right of our heading just to stay out of the mountains and to correct ourselves. But now we need to be at 42 as indicated for 4.5 minutes. Is it that reservoir, do you think? Or is it that reservoir, do you think? 4.5 minutes at this zoom level is probably that one, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's that one, because look at this, 4.5 minutes. Yep, so that's where we're headed. Ooh, picking up some train turbulence. What's that compared to... Oh, I bet if we hop outside, we'll see it before that. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, cool. So after that, where we headed, what heading? Then we go 20. So let me go way over this stuff. Boom, boom, boom. So we do need to keep climbing. I think we're good on altitude, though. I don't think we have to go any higher. We're going to be close. We might be in unrealistic, dangerous territory, meaning we might not be 1,000 feet above terrain, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Alright, let's enjoy the scenery together for a moment, and then we'll make our turn, and then we'll finally have sightseeing without my voice. There's just so much is going on right now. I want to talk through it, because that's the whole point. A lot of you say I should talk more and talk about what I'm doing more. Other people say not to talk. So, I don't know. More people want me to talk than those who don't, but whatever. I'm going to do it the way I do it. And right now, just about 2,000 of you enjoy it, so there we go. Alrighty, looking back at our cities, yeah, it's definitely El Campello, because look at, there's Alicante for sure, then there's a gap, and then El Campello. Quite obvious now. Alrighty, let's see, what else do we need to do here? Just enjoy the sights for a second, and then there's the Mediterranean. Lots of fish in that sea. And there's our reservoir, so when we get there, we will turn over these mountains, and then looks like we get to come down a little bit, maybe. Not sure. But anyway, hopefully you're enjoying this penultimate leg of this bush trip, because I sure am. And we're getting over the reservoir. It is directly under us, so we can't actually see it, but it's there, I promise. So here we go. Have we reached altitude yet? Just about, and I think we're good. Okay, so let's reset the timer. Come on, too many presets. Let's reset the timer. And the next thing is Embalse de Guadalest. Continue flying toward the northeast, heading, whoops, hang on, we gotta do 20 degrees first, then I'll read. Oh, I just want to get around this mountain too. 20 degrees, not much of a difference, I guess. There we go. I take that back, it kind of is. Let's check out everything here out the window, then we'll read. Okay, that's the order we'll do things. In order of operation, we call it in my day job. Whenever people want to take shortcuts and screw everything up, I say, remember, order of operations. It's a big deal. Very big deal. Look at that. Look at that mountain. And the road at the bottom. Oh, look at this ridge line. That's really cool, too. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Incredible. Okay, now let's read. Was it this one? Emblase de Guadalest. Continue flying to the northeast, heading further inland over increasingly higher mountains. Yeah, kind of. We're pretty much over those mountains. To Emblase de Guadalest, a reservoir roughly 10 miles inland of the Mediterranean Sea, which I assume then is that one, right? I mean, that would only make the most logical sense. So we're going to pretend it's that one. If we're wrong, that's a huge bummer. But I'm pretty sure that's it right there. So that's where we're flying towards. Actually, it looks like there are higher mountains. Look at the color change. You know, he says to do that for 4.5 minutes, but we'll just do it until we find it. Actually, those are those mountains right here. Oh my gosh, we're so close to the mountains. I think we're good, though. I think we're good. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alrighty, enjoy the sights for a couple minutes here, and I will be right back with you. Alrighty, we're about to reach the reservoir. Just want to have a few looks with you outside. And what was that boom upstairs? Everybody's supposed to be in bed. It's probably my cat, to be honest. I have a Maine Coon who's tiny for a Maine Coon. He was the runt, but when he jumps, he will jump off the top of my kid's closet and land on the floor. And it is crazy, insanely loud. Alrighty, we're above the reservoir, like I say. Just have to take my word for it. See, there it is. I promise you. Alrighty, let's restart the timer then, because we're where we're supposed to be. And next is airport already. Okay, instead of heading to the northeast, northwest, and land at Alcalde de la Jovada airstrip, land at Bay de Guanera airstrip? Guanera? I don't know. Okay. 344 degrees. We gotta get going. We're way off now. There we go. 344 degrees. It says 3 minutes, but oh, there it is. I'll say we're just gonna go till we see it. Well, there it is. Victor Juliet. Okay. There we go. We're heading directly towards it, so we should see it here in a second. It's in that green area with a little strip in the middle. So let's start coming down. Do we want to start coming down? I don't know. Let's just look outside and enjoy the mountain terrain for a moment, and then we'll panic about finding this airport. Maybe it's right here. I don't know, but we need to come down in altitude very quickly. Oh, that's really cool. That cutout? It'd be awesome to live there. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Looks like this mountain range that isn't too big. It's like this big... Oh my gosh, that's so cool. What in the world? Hang on, I'm totally mesmerized. I know we need to come down. So let's just, I don't know, maybe just take off autopilot and hand fly at this point. Let's do this. Let's bring everything down. And then, land, I guess? Let's turn this off. We don't need that right now. I'm nervous. Can you hear it in my voice? Because we have to find this place, and, like, it's coming up very quickly. I mean, I still think that's it. I'm pretty sure it is. So I think what we'll do... Looks like, based on terrain, it's going to be easier to come from the other direction. So let's fly over it instead heading bug. And then we'll know, we will know what we're doing. Yeah. Something like that. I'm just thinking this out while I stare out of the window, which I often look at things and use my hands to point to things which you can't see. It happens. Where's the airport? Maybe that wasn't the airport. That's not the airport? What? There, yes. Wait. Are you or are you not an airport? Are you just a road? Let's see if we can see that little grassy bump. Yeah, see the grassy bump right there? The grassy bump right there. That is an airport with a road leading to it, I guess. What? Really? That's really bizarre. Huh. Okie dokie. Well, let's go like this. And let's set heading bug now so we know the orientation of the runway. There we go. We're going to fly out here quite a ways, because I want to be able to make sure we actually see the airport before we get too low and try to land. So we're going to keep our altitude like this. So let's get throttles back in. Throttle, 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 throttle. And then we will make a U-turn and land for a penultimate leg of the bush trip. And then we'll do the final leg in the same video. I love how we're in the mountains below terrain level. Oh my gosh, I love flying below terrain level. Look at this ridge, and then there's a big drop off. Oh, that's so cool. What's that? That looks kind of cool. That almost looks like a teeny tiny airport. Alrighty, do you think we have enough distance between us and the airport? I think so. Let's turn around without losing altitude, because if we lose any more altitude, we're going to completely lose sight of the airport. So you need to do a pretty sharp turn, because when we were parallel to the airport, we were right on top of it pretty much. There's a cool resort there. We want the heading bug to be behind us, and then we'll know we're at runway orientation. And let's climb, because we're going to lose sight of everything here. Oh, no, we're not. There it is right there. Oh, sweet. Is that it? Oh, that's really easy to spot from this direction. Flap 1. Oh, that's not it. Is that it? No. Maybe it is. We're way too fast if it is. That can't be it. Maybe it is. If it is, we're in big trouble. Oh, man. This is going to be tough. Maybe we should come from the other way. This, yeah, that's it. This is going to be a tough landing, folks. Let's come from the other way. Okay, full throttle. Let's climb out of here. Flap her in. Man, that is going to be difficult. Just because I think it pitches really steeply. Okay, because it's, yeah, okay. If it is steep, then we want to land from the other way so we don't roll down it. But I don't know if it's the mountains. If it could be flat and the mountains make it look steep. Or is it really steep? You know? Let's go out here more this time. Man. The old turtle would have tried to land on that. At that altitude and that speed. I don't know. I don't know. We'll do this, though. We'll do this. We're going to take our time this time, though. So let's get into flap range already. So we're going to come at it much more slowly. We're going to use full flap. We're going to tease our speed. Yeah, we're going to do this again. Oh, there's our resort again. Okay, here we go. 2 flap already. Nice and slowly. We're going to just take our time on this one. And where is it? It should be popping into view any second. Did I lose it? Oh, that's right. Because I gave herself a wider berth this time. Oh, man. 3 times the charm, right? It also doesn't help that I think I have a child up late at night. I really need to land and go see them. I could just pause the sim, I guess. But when I pause the sim, it's hard to remember what I was doing, to be honest. So we're just going to try to get this landed. And then we'll, not we, but I'll go see my child before we do the final leg here. Alright, here we go. Without peripheral vision, this is so difficult. And I don't use track IR or anything because I think I'll get really stinking dizzy. And where is it? It's over here, right? Let's do full flap now. Yeah, this is way more difficult than it looks to find this thing because you're in the mountains and you're in the trees, and I don't know how high we are. Like, am I really high or are we really low? Yeah, look at this. Oh, this is insane. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is gonna be rough, folks. Oh gosh, don't crash. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We did it. Okay, that, if I made it look easy, if I even made it look moderate, I did my job. But that was so difficult to not smash into the ground. But we greased it. You don't want to grease a mountain landing like this, but we did. Okay, I gotta go take a deep breath and then go see if my child is up, and I will see you for the final leg as soon as I make this cut. And just like that, final leg. It wasn't my child was like kind of awake, but it was cats chasing each other and jumping up and down. And it was so loud I thought it was a person. Okay, here we go. Final leg. I think this is the final leg. If not, we're both. If not, we're all in for a big surprise. But I'm pretty sure this is the final leg. So let's see. Here we go. What does it say for time? About half an hour it'll take me. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit and let's see what we're doing here. Let's get our timer going. We're going to need it, I'm sure. And let's see. It says, actually flaps down two flaps on this one. Gandia. Back in the airfly northeast to the historic Gandia, one of the largest coastal cities in Spain. Well, that should be pretty easy to spot then. So let's set for 11 degrees for 5 minutes or so. Oops, come down here. 11 degrees. And then we'll go up the hill a little bit. And then come down the other way, right? We're not going to take off in this direction. We're going to take off in that direction. And hopefully we are off the ground before we go on this little ski jump. Because that's actually a drop off right there. So we don't want to run into that. All right, let's see. How can we get up this hill? Wow, look at that steep hill as we taxi to the end here. Man, that is something else. All right, let's see. What are we going to do? We have to turn around without going off the edge of the hill. And we have 2 sets of flaps down so that we can take off sooner here. And we're going to do a slight turn and burn, GA style. If I can even get going. Jeez. Come on now. Come on. Okay, here we go. Turn, 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 turn. I guess we're not going to do turn or burn because we can't even turn. We might burn though. Come on, we need all the runway we can get. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Back on. There we go. Good grief. That was weird. That was weird. Are we going to get airspeed, please? Mm-hmm. Just barely enough. Barely enough. Up, 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 up. Oh, brakes to stop the wheels. Oh, if we had a replay mode. I know there's kind of a replay mod, but I'm running completely mod free, and I plan on always running mod free. Flaps are in, brakes to stop the wheels. Let's start the timer. I set up autopilot during our taxi, by the way, our back taxi. We're gonna hand fly out of here, just because that's safer than autopilot. Remember, autopilot is literal, and it'll do whatever you tell it to do, and you might not want it to, you might need to make adjustments constantly. So we're just gonna hand fly. Come on. Yeah, we're going really slow. I know we're going really slow. Let's get our speed back. I just wanted to get out of that mountain to our left. Okay. We can relax now. Alright. I set it for 600 feet per minute. We're doing about 7. And I think we're good. So let's do autopilot just so we can look around. Set the heading bug. There we go. Perfect handoff. Everything is good. Okay, that was nerve-wracking, but fun as all heck. Let's check this out with the drone. So there we go. You can't even see where we took off from. Oh, yes, you can. Look at. Man. That was fun. There are some bush trips. Is it the Patagonia one? Where pretty much every landing is like that. No, it's not Patagonia. It was the Alps or something. It was really insane. Like every airport was like that. Oh, here's our ridge I was talking about. Let's hop inside for that, because that'll be a cool immersion shot. There we go. I do have us going up to 6 grand. Although now that I'm looking at it, I don't think we're going to need it. But I did want us to get up that high just in case. So there we go. And yes, there's a cricket behind me. We have crickets for our bearded dragon, and they escape. I don't know how they escape, because everything is all closed up. But perhaps it's one of the people feeding the bearded dragon that lets him escape. I don't know. Alright, I totally forgot what we were doing. Oh yeah, we're going to one of the largest coastal cities in all of Spain. And 11 degrees for about 5 minutes. So we're probably going to see it here. And I don't know why my S's are whistling, but that's probably it here. It has to be, right? So there we go. Alright, sightseeing for you. And I'll see you in a couple minutes or two. Alright, as we approach our city, let's see here. We're going to go 313, 18.2. I'm just going to see if we really need to say this altitude. We might, because we're going to be turning that way. But we're way higher than that. So let's actually tone this down. I know we just got up there. I know, I'm sorry. We just got up there. But down, please, because we're going down to 3,500. Not up. There we go. We'll leave it at that. Just have to keep an eye on my speed. Alrighty. It says we should be there based on the timer, but because we did so much climbing, we're not there. So we're getting there, though. There you go. The start of the city. Looking out the window. Let's hop outside, and there you go. There's your big city we're supposed to reach. Oh, we're a little behind the schedule because of all the climbing. And, yeah, so that's how that's going to be. So as soon as we get there, we will reset the timer, reset our navigation. But we're a little bit ahead here. And we're about to get there. So here we go. Ah, perfect. There it is. There's our big coastal city. Gorgeous. Alrighty, if you want to see more, rewind the tape, pause it, and look again. Alrighty, here we go. Let's reset our timer. We're going to go down to 3,500. I want to go down lower. I think we can, because look, we're getting around the mountains. Let's go even lower. Let's go to our favorite 2,700 feet, and if it's not going to work out, I'll climb again. I just don't like being so high we can't see much. Okay, checking out the main highway going through, checking out all the resorts and residents on the ocean. And look at that. Okie dokie, what are we doing? We already set the timer because where we are, but now we need to change heading to 313 degrees and fly to the city of Algeria. Everybody knows that, right? I've heard of that place. 313, we want to go this way. And hopefully we're turning late enough we don't hit the mountains over there. Hopefully. Whoa, getting kind of dizzy looking like that. Yeah, we're plenty good. plenty good. Perfect. I'll make adjustments if I need to, but I think we'll be okay. Or will we? We're gonna go to the right a little bit. See that? Whoops. We're gonna go around here. So we're gonna stay. I'm gonna put us closer to the coast, and then I'll swing back to 313 or whatever it's in. Alrighty, that's a good 8 minutes out. Probably more. I'm gonna keep an eye on our speed. We're gonna descend. I'm gonna go around the mountain, and then I'll join you again after some sightseeing. See you in a little bit. Alright, so we're making a turn around the mountain. I think that means that would be the city there then. I did include a city in the previous sightseeing clip. That could have been it, but I think that's it. So we're quite a ways off, of course, because we were supposed to go over the mountain. So let's get in that area and stop the timer because that's useless at the moment. Once we get closer to this city, then we'll make our next turn, which will be what? 18 degrees to La Bufera from Alzira. Not Algeria, Alzira, flying northeast to La Bufera, a freshwater lagoon that is home to a tremendous variety of plants and wildlife, including birds. Tweet, tweet. Alrighty. So there's water coming up here. I don't know if that would be it. Could be. I don't know. Anyway, we'll put that down. And let's fly over to the city super quickly, and then we'll turn to the northwest. Northwest? Northeast if it's 18 degrees. What did that say? Northeast, yeah. Okay, see you in a second. And there's your second. That's as close as we're going to get. So let's go to 18 degrees now and head towards the lagoon, which should be that big body of water that was shown up on your map, I assume. Let's start the timer anyway, just so we have a reference. And we're going for 5.5 minutes or so. And then, yeah, see, I'm pretty sure that's our lagoon. So we're oversteering because we were supposed to be coming through here to the city and then turn 18 degrees, sort of a little bit to the east. So let's make a correction, since we do have a point of reference, and that point of reference is the lagoon. Now we're confident that's the lagoon, so let's keep going here until we point at it. And then we get to the center of it, then we will be back on track. So we can actually stop this, we don't need that right now. See, very simple. I'll see you at the lagoon. And there's a lagoon, so let's hop outside and have a peek at it. Pretty awesome. Always scaring the wildlife with our low altitude and noise. Alrighty, look at that. City's over there too. Alrighty, let's hop inside and read about what is next. So what is next? We're gonna hide these, they'll expand anyway. Is that right? La Bufera, yeah. Valencia. From La Bufera, flying north to the renowned Mediterranean city of Valencia, the third largest population center in Spain. And then right after that, we'll find the airport. From the city of Valencia, head west-northwest and land at Valencia Airport. The final stop, this magnificent tour of the Mediterranean coastline. So 2 degrees. Let's go 2 degrees, which is going to be back up this way, actually. Sorry. Whoopsies. 2 degrees towards Valencia, which should be pretty obvious. I'm not going to use the timer. And then from there, there's an airport, which is probably here. Victor Charlie, Victor Charlie. So here we go. We're going to go about here to the river and then fly straight in. So that'd be a minute or two of sightseeing for you. You can actually see the city up here. And I'm going to get my act together so we can land an airplane. And what is that over there? I'll see you in a moment. Alright, those of you with keen eyes will notice that we overflew the airport in that last sightseeing little segment because I was enjoying it so dang much. We literally overflew the airport. So we're going to fly back and try to do a straight-in landing from here. I think we're low enough and we're losing speed quickly enough. It should not be a problem. See the airport coming into view. It'll be the center of your screen right about now. It would be nice to look outside, though, and see the rest of the city, but we're going to have to go like this. Very big city. Lots of places to live. Train station. Downtown. Arena. Amazing. Alrighty, here we go. Let's get down and let's get into flap range, and then into the approach. And then we'll land and complete the Mediterranean coast bush trip. And then as I record this, I have 2 bush trips left to catch up. Catch up as in air quotes because I believe the next world update is due any day now. And that'll add 3 more bush trips, I believe. So then I'll have 5 to do to catch up. We're not in a hurry. I would just like to be a little more current with the world updates. So when a world update drops, I can do a bush trip or 2 right away. And then do some other bigger flights. Look at that, more skyline stuff there. That is so cool. More arenas, holy cow. Alright, it is time to pay attention to what we're doing. Yeah, we just need to pay attention to what we're doing. Alrighty, let's see here. We're just landing. That's all we're doing. Landing. Nice, slow, easy, casual. Look how dirty that water is. I don't think it's supposed to be that way, but it looks realistic. Look at this. Think about how many people live in all those places. It's insane. Alright, first set of flaps. Here we go. Whoa, a little bit of float. Alright. I'm really low because I'm really distracted and looking around. But that's okay. If we want to, we can always come back here and do a VFR flight of Valencia. Just let me know. any flight requests, as long as they're not too long. IFR or VFR, preferably VFR GA, but whatever. As long as they're not too long, I can fly them. Just leave your ideas in the comments below. Alright, stop screwing around, turtle. Now I got a flap range. Anyway, let's see here. Nice, easy landing. I'm always nervous on the really big, easy airports for some reason. Mainly because the airports are so wide. I can't judge how high we are, then I smack into the ground, where the small ones are really easy to tell. Or I just concentrate more on the small ones, which is probably what it really is. But anyway, let's have a good landing. No crosswind to worry about. So we can do a basic landing. And if we want to grease it, it'll be fine. Airplane is good. Conditions are perfect. So I say that because most of the time you don't want to grease a landing in real life. And I'm totally looking around and not at the runway in front of me. Because of conditions, you could get hurt. But in the sim, everybody likes to grease them. I don't know how I screwed this up. I was so busy looking at those awesome airplanes over there. I'm trying to figure out what they are. I wasn't looking at the runway. Call. Alright, here we go. Let's tease it. Nice and soft and gentle. Gentle as you can be. And there we go. Nose wheel down. Gently, I'll let that come down on its own. Yoke goes all the way back. Brakes, flaps coming in. And look for that save icon. There we go. It was supposed to take 3 hours. It took me 4, as expected. So that's it for this. Like and subscribe so you know when the next bush trip video comes out, or any flight video. I may take a break and do some regular flights, but probably not. We'll probably do the next bush trip that comes up, and I'll see you then.